Hey, it's Kelsey, your best friend on the homestead from roughandtumblefarmhouse.com, and today we're going to be talking about the best way to trap fruit flies and flies in your kitchen, whether you are a farmhouse or just a house in the country or even a house in the city. These things can be so obnoxious, and so I put to the test the Zevo, I think it's how it's pronounced, Zevo fly trap catcher compared to apple cider vinegar and little dish soap. I think you're going to be really surprised at the results. Now, summer is a terrible time for fruit flies. No matter if you live in the country or in the city, if you have fruit or food out on your counter, you're probably going to get fruit flies at some point. It's especially bad for us because we have chickens, and so as I'm cooking or doing things and I have food scraps like strawberry tops or something, I just toss them into a little dish off to the side. And then it may be a day or two sometimes before the bowl gets kind of full, and I'll take it down and give it to the chickens. So of course you end up with a lot of fruit flies doing that, which isn't the best practice, obviously. So right now we have a crazy fruit fly problem. And then inevitably too, in the summer, one of the kids will leave the screen door open a little bit or something, and we'll end up with a bunch of flies in the house because of course we have a farm with manure and stuff, so flies are abundant. So I was actually really excited when my mother-in-law, hi Tammy, she always watches my videos, which is great. She brought this for me last week. I have seen these advertised. I have had these in my Amazon shopping cart. I have been thinking about getting these many a time and just haven't pulled the trigger. So I was really excited to get one. So I decided to put this thing to the test against the classic apple cider vinegar or vinegar trick for catching fruit flies. So what that is very basic. Is you take a cup, you fill it about halfway up with vinegar, you pour in or squirt in a few things of dish soap, and you give it a swish, you leave it on your countertop, and it catches fruit flies. And I've always had a pretty good success rate with that, and it does a really good job. But I thought if I don't have to have that on the counter, it gets kind of gross. It's, you know, you bump into it and you've got like fruit fly vinegar stuff on your counter. My husband does not like, when my husband was a baby or little, his mom, again, hi Tammy, wrote in his baby book, he doesn't like to be dirty. And I think that kind of sums up my husband. How he married me, I'll never know. But so anything kind of like that, it grosses him out. He really doesn't like it. So I was really excited to try this because this kind of looks nice. You plug it into the wall. I'll show you here. It has this kind of like blue glow, and it's supposed to catch flies on the sticky trap. So I will show you here a comparison of the two. So I started these both the same time. As soon as we got home that evening, I was excited to set this up. So I put the vinegar and the dish soap out, and then I plugged this in maybe a foot or two away from it, so it was in kind of like a hot zone for fruit flies. So you can see here the next morning, the difference is huge. There are a lot of fruit flies in the vinegar. And if you look at the Zevo, yeah, so there, pretty stark difference. I was really surprised. I thought it would have at least caught something. And so on the package, on the instructions, it says to leave it plugged in all the time and to just give it time to work. So I thought, all right, well, maybe I have not given this enough time to do its thing. So I checked it again the next day, and really, yeah, it has been about 5 days since I started this process. I don't know how long you're supposed to like let it work for, but the vinegar mixture I just did white vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar too. I just use white vinegar. Wine works really well as well. Anything that's kind of like acidic and kind of fruity smelling, they love it. So anyway, it's been 5 days, and this is what the vinegar looks like, the vinegar solution. And here I will show you. I brought this down so you can see. That's what this one has caught. Maybe it's better to leave it in the thing so you can see it more clearly. So it didn't catch nothing. I want to be clear. I'm looking, but this certainly has caught, I'd say, less than 100 fruit flies. It also caught another type of fly or two. That's good. But in terms of fruit flies, this is not your answer. This did not do well at all. And I actually want to throw a little shade at this company because I saw in one of their commercials, they were even saying, are you still using like outdated old-fashioned methods for catching fruit flies? And they literally showed someone doing the vinegar method. It's like, excuse me, the vinegar method caught probably thousands of fruit flies in my house over the course of the last 5 days. And you have caught how many? So if anyone's going to be throwing shade, Zevo, I am throwing shade at you because no. Now, I am going to leave this plugged in for a while yet because, like I said, inevitably we are going to get some black flies in the house, and this can just be kind of like a constant thing that's hopefully just kind of working for us. So it does, I'm not quite sure how it does it, but it says that it rotates somehow so that way you can plug it in if you don't want it going straight up and down, that it can go this way. But I should have tested that out before I told you it does that, because I don't know how. Oh wait, maybe this spins, possibly. I'm worried I'm gonna break it. I don't know how it rotates, but it rotates in some way so that it can go in your outlet that way. And then it plugs in, and so this is how this part works. In case you do want to try this yourself, this just slides out. When you buy it, it comes with one cartridge like this that you put in, and then if you want to buy more refills, you have to buy them, and it came, I think, in a 4-pack. So you just pull this out and you toss it out when you're done with it. So overall, again, I'm so sorry, Tammy. This really didn't work very well. And I'm going to check real quick and see how much it costs to buy one of these things. Okay, I'm back. $20 to buy this with the one single refill. And it caught like a couple dozen fruit flies, compared to the vinegar and dish soap, which probably cost me like 20 cents to throw in a cup. And then you just toss it out in your yard, versus this where you're actually creating some sort of like plastic waste as well. So I was so excited for this. I was so grateful to get this. Like I said, I've been wanting to get this for a couple of years. I've been looking at it and haven't done it. And it was incredibly disappointing. So if you have fruit flies in your house, fill it cup halfway with vinegar, few things of dish soap, swish it around, you will catch your fruit flies. Please do not buy this thing. Like I said, maybe we'll see it'll catch like black flies better. Maybe I should just plug it in down in the barn and see what it does down there, because they have all the refills and everything. But overall, I have to say, this was a terrible product. I feel bad saying that. I don't think I've ever left a review for something where I'm like, but yeah. So there you have it. Let me know if you have any tried and true methods for catching flies, aside from just hanging the old fly strip in the house. My husband really likes that one. Let me know if you have any other good ways to keep flies and fruit flies out of your house. If you're interested in some other videos with some other great product reviews or information about things I like to use in my homestead, I'll make sure I link them here. Otherwise, we will see you next week for some more videos here on the homestead.